Thanks for checking out this video. Before we start, I am not a financial advisor and none of this should be considered financial advice. This tool is for educational and personal planning purposes only. It does not constitute financial, tax, legal or investment advice. All projections are estimates based on the values that you enter and are not guaranteed. Hi and welcome to this video where we're going to take a quick look at some of the things that we might want to set up when we first start using the AI Ready Retirement Income Planner. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this to the default values. And we can see the values here have changed. This is just a good starting place, and from here you can obviously tweak your own values. But when we're first setting up the dashboard, there's a few things that we're going to want to do. We're going to want to input our 401k balance, our cash balance. We have the option here to input what we think the percentage increase in our 401k might be each year, or in our cash savings account, and this is where we would input our retirement starting age. We can also input any equities that we have in a brokerage account. We can say what we expect the annual rate of return to be for that, and how much of that, what percentage of that is pre-tax, is pre-plan taxable gain. We can adjust what we think are likely inflation rates. So if we want to model for a 3% inflation rate, we can do that. If we want to model for a 2.5% inflation rate, we can do that. In the UK we have the triple lock, so we're going to put in a rate that we expect that might be. And what do we think the USA Social Security cost of living adjustment would be each year? We can adjust that up and down, and all the values, when you input your Social Security amount into the model, the future amounts will be automatically calculated for you. So just looking here at the tax parameters, this is where we would input what the standard deduction might be, what the tax bracket ceilings are for 10%, 12%, 22%, what our IRMAA threshold is. And one of the things that we need to be aware of in early retirement, if we want affordable healthcare in the USA, for example, is we want to know what the federal poverty level is for that particular year. This is going to change on a year-by-year basis, and you can change and input that here. So the question becomes, well, how do we get that information? If I go down here, we have this rate research prompt, and this is a prompt that's been pre-written, and it includes some of the details about your plan. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy this prompt and we're just going to paste it into the AI search engine of our choice. So let me bring one up as an example. Here we are in ChatGPT, and I've got the tax research prompt already in here. I did this earlier so that we wouldn't be waiting for it. So now it's going to do an analysis of what we've got, and it's going to tell us what we got right. It's going to tell us what maybe needs adjusting for this particular year. So feel free to pause the screen and look at some of this if you like, but I'm just going to zip down here to the summary, and it's telling us that our standard deduction is not quite right. We've got 15,000 and it's suggesting that we use 16,100, and then it's got some other information here that we can update if we choose to do so. I'm just going to go back here and I'm going to input that new standard deduction rate. Let's put it at 16,100 as it suggested, and now when we go back to our main dashboard and we start doing our calculations, that will be included for everything that we do moving forward. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.